Okay, hello YouTube. Today we're going to discuss healthcare crisis. And I'm not writing today. I'm doing a craft today. Of course my dog is interested in it. Chong, can you not step on my thing, please? Alright, I'm going to pull this out here. Oh my god. Hopefully this is better. Alright. Hey, Chong, you're not helping the lighting situation here. Oh. Alright. It's a little better. Eventually, I'm going to get a better camera. I'm going to get my internet. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's much better. But today I'm gonna discuss the healthcare crisis. Now, putting aside all the other issues in the world, the crisis in healthcare. This is supposed to have been a picture. I thought it was, but I guess you put little beads and stick them on there. It's supposed to make like a picture. I bought this on Amazon. So let me get this open and start the stream. Well, it started, but you know what I mean. I want to get this picture going. Oh, I might have to start this one since it's already open. I think that one's out there. Alright. Okay, this was supposed to be, like, I thought I was painting this. Because when it came, but I guess you, like, put little beads on this. So, put this here, and since you do this on the stream, I'll at least fix this, do this picture. Alright, Chong. Alright, put this here, finish this out. And it says here, it's a manual drilling method. But anyways, this health crisis. First we come off where people can't get abortions. And then apparently now it's legal to a certain point, which is good. But there's a lot of people out there that can't get proper health care. And honestly, is it worth saving the money when people suffer? I mean, I don't think it is, in my opinion. I think it's terrible. It's very, very terrible. And when people, I mean, I was watching the news and people have to sometimes go to different states. The OBGYN care, I guess, is they're not approving certain stuff. Women are literally going, they really need emergency care. In Texas, there was a thing on the news. They're not getting the care they need. Oh no, this is so sticky. That's why I was kind of worried about this. But, anyways, I mean, how fair is this to the people, to society? I mean, what have we become that. Alright, let me close this door. Alright. I mean, what have we become in society that you can't have proper health care now? I mean, if you're poor, you you can't get deep cleanings if you're on Medicaid or Medicare. I do know that for sure. Alright, they say do with this. I'm trying to put this down here. Alright. I'm trying to figure this out. Are you putting it through here? Or how is this lady doing this? Okay, it's not this end. She's taking it off of this end. Alright, hang on 1 second. Okay, I will be right back. Alright, come on in, Chong. Okay. Trying to figure this out. It's driving me nuts. I haven't closed. Maybe I'm supposed to put the beads on with my fingers. I don't know. We'll figure this out. I like to have something to do while I'm talking. But I know you can't get deep cleanings. And I know that for sure with Medicaid. And there's a lot of people, they get the free insurance. All right, Chong, I got a sticky thing here, okay? And anyways, they're trying to get this insurance and stuff. Would you please stop? And they can't. And my thing is, what are we supposed to do? Because it's just a shame. I really honestly don't think none of it's right. I think that there could be better options. And honestly, getting people better health care you think would be a priority. But apparently it's not. Alright, apparently you're supposed to do this. Alright, I'm gonna put this here. You just take these beads and it's all sticky. And then do that. We'll see how this goes. Arts and crafts is always fun. It can soothe your soul, really, if you think about it. But honestly, my thing is with this healthcare situation, that I think it's just a damn shame that people can't get proper health care in the environment we're in. People have plenty of options, they got plenty of things, we got plenty of money in America. Alright, hang on another second. Okay. And then you have well, besides deep cleanings and little things where it's important, but not as important as the people that maybe can't get life saving shots or just extra treatments because the insurance don't want to cover it. To me, I think it's a sad state of affairs. Honestly, it's to me. I've known people and actually heard of people and talked with many people, and they gotta pay. Even sometimes you have insurance, even private, you gotta pay. I have to pay a lot of copays personally for what I get. Just to go to an urgent care, I gotta pay $50. And the thing is, you got a struggling family going. It's food on the table, or let's go to the doctors. So people are not going to the doctors no more when they need to, only when it's really, really necessary. And even veterans, honestly, when the veterans go and they try to, like their wives or even them, they try to go there, they get to go to the VA. And I'm not sure what the healthcare coverage is at, but I heard that the VA hospitals sometimes good, sometimes not good, from what I hear. Sometimes our own veterans don't get the best health care. I know when Bill Clinton was president, he was trying to get universal health care. And honestly, a lot of people were trying. Oh, just stick on there. I guess this is how this goes. And anyways, I don't understand why people just can't have things they need. To me, it just doesn't make any sense for that. Okay, this pokey thing must be to really get them in there once you get them on the board. Here we go. So, personally, I think it's very unkind that this is going on. I don't know what the solutions are, but what kind of society do we live in that you can't get good health care? And healthcare workers are not getting adequate health care either. I mean, personally, my insurance policy is not good. I take care of the sick, and my insurance policy isn't good, and I pay for it. They won't, I mean, for whatever reason, they won't allow universal health care. I don't know if it's a money issue. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. But I believe that people should be able to get it if they want, because it doesn't make any sense to me to have we have all kinds of good stuff in this country in the United States, but we don't have universal health care. And then people say when you have universal health care, because I was talking to somebody in Canada, they're saying that sometimes you have to wait a long time. I mean, what has happened to where people don't get the health care they need? I mean, I don't understand why it has to be an issue, because it's really, really sad that things have come to this. If you do get one of these, I mean, I literally got a painting. I thought that I was literally buying a painting, and it comes with these little beads here. And then it has this pokey thing that you put in here. And I thought it was like a painting where like you could just make it, but I didn't know that the paint was little tiny beads. But I don't know, maybe it'll be good. Who knows? But anyways, you have all these advancements we have, and we don't want to cure our own people. I mean, I don't understand what the issue is. I don't understand why this has to be an issue, and it's very sad to me that things like this have to go on. You know, you hear all these horrible things where this, and then they all these political elections come. And like I said, Bill Clinton tried to get universal care and everything. Maybe some health care, maybe they should allow something, because I just, I don't think any of this is right. Oh, good, it's sticking on here. I mean, I'm glad I'm pretty much a healthy person, but what if I wasn't? See, that's the elephant in the room. So, if the elephant in the room is telling you that if you get really sick, you're going to have problems, you know, people have houses, they got bills, they got all kinds of stuff going on in their life, all kinds of stuff. And how do you get paid back? That's the thing. You get paid back by, you got to make a house payment, or you got to get a life saving procedure, and it's an elective or whatever it is. But you can't afford to get it. You got a couple kids you have in the house, and or you're someone has cancer in the house or something like that. So you go, okay, they have cancer, and you wanna help them out or whatever. How can you help somebody if you can't get to them? You can't get them to where they need to be, so you gotta watch grandma or mom suffer. So we're now in the age of suffering. People would rather watch people die or just overcharge people in the name of, I don't know what is in the name of it is. I don't believe the universe would want this. I don't. I mean, honestly, and if you don't believe in even God or anything else, maybe just human kindness, because all of our political leaders now, it's all about greed and money. All of it. Isn't it come to one day that they really don't want us here? And it's just very sad. And it makes me very sad even think about things like this because I mean, I hate that in society that it's come down to this because it's just a horrible thing when it comes to that. The basic thing, giving life. And it's going to come down to if we don't try to fix the political system, money or not, which money I always tell people, money doesn't matter. There's going to be a population decrease. It means less military and less people to protect us. People aren't going to be healthy. Families are going to be torn apart. And where did it get us? Where did all this greed get us in the end? You could go and take all the money, do what you need to do, watch whoever you want suffer, have a good day, have a $10,000 meal, whatever. But the thing is, you're going to be the president of nothing. If low birth rates happen, you let too much drugs come in a country, that's another big thing. You get these kids addicted to all these different drugs, and the kids don't get proper health care and they die, and you don't let the women get proper health care. You literally, all you get in the end, honestly, is no army. You get absolutely no army. You get no nothing. Because you can't be on methamphetamines and stuff and be fully functional. You know, like we let all these gases and stuff into the air. We let all this stuff go up and in the air, and where does that get us? To me, I mean, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. I just, I know it says this, but it's my picture, so I'm going to put a little purple over here. And this is actually, I thought it was a good painting. I was going to hate it, but this is actually fun. Stuff like this does calm me. And it's very relaxing to do like little arts and crafts. It's very good for your anxiety. But I mean, honestly, you could be greedy all you want, but low mortality rates they're not good. You get low mortality rates, and you take all these kids away from their parents, anything that they loved and known. People give up. They don't care. They just will literally die for their families, and then they stop caring for a country or a cause, and they feel, and then you're taken away. Then you run into the free will conflict, and then whose sin is it? Is it the people's sin that they rebelled, or is it the people that oppress them? I say it's the people that oppressed them. That's where that sin's coming from. Because none of this is good. And all those people that died at the hands because you didn't want to help them, that comes back. And the people that had the, they got what they wanted. Just like when the housing crisis went away, when it came in, when they were literally evicting people out of the houses when I think that was Michigan when I was younger. They were taking all these poor people out of their houses, all the industry went down, but then they threw all the people in the street. And that was it. And then people, we wonder why there's gangs and stuff. People in times like this, it creates oppression and hostile circumstance. So, you got hostile circumstance, you got oppression, you have a lot of different factors going on. And honestly, things of this nature cannot be good. Not at all. And I feel bad. I feel bad for I feel bad for the population. I feel bad for just a lot of people that are going through all this stuff because they say the end of the world's coming, but I mean, I don't know if it's going to be an end that the earth's going to end. I think just we are going to end. If it gets too bad, it's just there won't be humans around no more. Another species is going to evolve. And honestly, I think that human beings, I mean, they say dinosaurs were very intelligent. They ruled the earth, but the ice age took them out. But they were very intelligent. They had their own kind of language. They obviously didn't speak English and all that like us, and or have verbal language, or maybe they did. I don't know. I wasn't alive then. But you can't sit there and you can't judge these things. No one could overly judge any of these things. And my thing is, whose sin is it? It all comes down to that moral argument. It really does. It's a philosophical argument of all time. Because the sin lies on the person that had the power to end it in the end. And then you become the king of nothing. To be the king of nothing is a very sad, sad day. A king of nothing leads a very lonely existence. You get a lot of negative energy getting sent right back to you. And you'll get what you want, but not in the way you want it. So I say to all these lawmakers and and people that are getting away with all these different things and different spiteful things, you might get away with it. Yeah, the people are going to die, but I do believe people get reborn. So I believe that even if we do have an existence that is low, like the children that get murdered in war, because I've heard from people that, and I guess the current war that's going on in the Middle East, that they're murdering children. I don't know how true that is, but I've heard that. And I heard it's just a real hot debate out there. But honestly, to those people that are murdering those children, and they think that everything's hunky dory and one day they're gonna go see a better creator, they're wrong. Because anybody that suffers at your hands, you suffer 10 times worse. I mean, and depending on how you invoke the suffering, it could be 1,000 times worse. I mean, the universe is not very forgiving to these things. And if you force somebody to do an evil act, like the militaries love to do, militias don't. The militias never force you. You just join. But if you join and you're forced to do these terrible acts, you're not held accountable for your sin. If you watch your wife die because of bad health care or whatever, and then you're forced to murder people, and you go through that suffering, the person that gave you that suffering is going to be paid back for it in different ways. And it's going to be slow and painful. And I promise you, you won't like it. And you won't even know it's coming. It may come like in 20, 30 years. It might come in 5 years. But it's literally going to come, and you are going to be at your weakest point, and you will have nothing, and you will realize and be humbled. Because the universe will humble you. It does all the time. It humbles a lot of people. I'm just I know that they have this thing in this picture. I'm just kind of putting this and making this my own. You just kind of put this in here. And you can kind of make it your own. I don't really like the flowers that much. So I'm just kind of putting this, and I just kind of going to keep. I'm going to put the sparkly things all over this way. Because, I mean, it is my little, it's supposed to be a painting, but it's my beaded painting. So I'm going to do it this way. Because I think it looks cooler this way. But honestly, people will be paid back for this. And whoever has done the evil acts, it gets put up in, I guess, the high courts, we'll say. God has a high court of his own. And I believe, honestly, God lives in the Milky Way. That's where his high court is. Right in that black hole. And this is what I believe, because everybody says there's a white light. It only makes sense to me that if you died and came back, and you would have hit this black hole. I've been saying this for a while. A long while. I've been saying this, but I do believe he's located in those perimeters. Okay, I hope I have in this kit. Oh, I haven't opened this, so I have the same. So all these beaded things go here. I'm gonna kind of do this on my own. I want these scattered. See, these are nice because all you have to do is scatter these around like this. Like that, and it looks so pretty. See? I'm just kind of putting this bead up in here. Let's see. It's really relaxing doing things like this. See? Very nice. Very cute. But anyways, oh, there we go. See, this is kind of an ugly area here. I want to make it like a little spacey, like a hippie like painting. I think that would be cooler. And just put the beads around here like that. this is much better than you can see me better do this. Just here. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. I just got tired of just the living room. It was driving me crazy. Alright. I'm gonna put this here like that. I mean, hopefully, when I get more viewers and stuff, I have all this together better. I should have a small lamp. That would make my life easy. I do have lighting issues all the time. Maybe if I put some pillows here, it might make my situation better. Okay. Oh, God. Today has been such a very crazy day. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Alright. Alright. I'm trying not to move the chair too. Oh my God. It just fell that way. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, stream. I have more issues of this than I would like to have. I was hoping the pillows would help. Maybe it will. Okay. It's definitely better light. Just hope the light don't collapse on me. Alright. There. And you can see what I'm doing as I'm talking. I like to do Alright. I'm just putting these like this. But honestly, everybody has these arguments and they think the president and all this is gonna save things. It's just greed. It's greed and just horrible things that come together at once. Chong, don't jump on this bed. Don't do it. I need to finish out this painting and finish the stream. Please. And I'm taking all these and putting them in this little thing here that they gave me because I find this is a little bit better. But honestly, from experiences I've had and spiritual recollections, honestly, it's not. I mean, I've through spiritual stuff, I've seen things, and I see that it's that sin. People like to sit there and act like they're an expert at sin. And they'll tell you all kinds of stuff, but the thing is, they aren't God. They are nothing. We are nothing. We exist in a world. And we have choices, good or bad. And if you have these choices that are good or bad, and you choose the bad ones, I mean, no human of moral state. Any kind of anybody flesh and blood can't tell you what your fate is. If they can't tell you there's no redemption or a redemption. Nobody can, because honestly, it's not our place to be told redemption or not. Redemption, people get redemption. And if you're so worried about it, if you're going to get redemption or not, just don't do it. Because honestly, the soldiers that have to do horrible acts and are forced to do horrible acts and are blackmailed, it is not sin. That poor kid that maybe had to go and join a gang or just do some bad stuff in general to get by, to eat, to live. And then everybody said, in our money, it says, in God we trust. Do they really trust God if they're doing this to people? To me, they just seem like they hate God. It really just seems that way to me. I don't see how they can like God if they treat people like this. What are you eating, Chong? Okay, you're actually not doing something bad. Thank you, Chong. Because honestly, we cannot be united as a people if we are not together. We have got to be together. We cannot be separate. None of this, it can't exist. And it's just calculated measures. So I don't know. All I know, I'm just so tired of the TV and everybody acting like they know God's intentions. I don't know God's intentions. No one knows God's intentions. And nobody will ever know the man's intentions. The man's intentions are his intentions. It's just like no one knows your true intentions. No one knows my true intentions. I could say one thing and do another. And the thing that I like to say, do you know if it's really right or if it's wrong? Because you don't. I could be some maniac just talking about stuff. Trying to fool you. You don't know. Because life is like that. But the universe knows your future intentions. The Milky Way, just energy itself. You can't hide from your own self-worth. Honestly. And I'm not saying there's not a God. I'm saying God is energy. God is the universe. God is all around you. That is what God is. He's everywhere. I mean, they depict him in movies and different circumstances and stuff. But God he's everywhere. He's all around you. Oh my God. Okay, this might have to be a black hole. I don't know. We'll just have to say this is space. Let's say this is space painting. This is just the start of a black hole. There we go. I was hoping this would be a different kind of painting, but apparently it's not. I'm just playing around with this. It has little stencil things here. But you know what? This is kind of fun just throwing these things here. But my thing is when these things get thrown away in the garbage and animals get on, access to these, how many sea life is this killing? I mean, it is kind of fun, but for me to do this, I would rather not do it knowing that the turtles and everything else is dying around me because of this. I wish there was better ways of doing stuff. But it's not a bad idea making this a space painting. Do they have white? I can make it. They don't have white. Well, let's see here. I'll just do this for the black artist face. We'll just I'll just start make different collage of colors together. Just like that. Just scatter them like this. Scatter this around. Just like that. I think it would be cool like that. We can make some. We can make it look like space. Anyway, I'm gonna make this my own. Just like that. I just feel bad for the little animals that are gonna die because of this. But anyways, people doing these grateful, awful acts. All these grave acts of injustice. If people suffer at the hands of you, you pay. I mean, ask anyone that's done a lot of bad things. Ask ex-gangsters. Ask anybody. And they will tell you literally how, maybe ex-mob people. Ask them. Ask them how things ended up turning out for them. Because honestly, in the end, it's not good for no one. It really isn't. It turns into a vast wasteland. And like I said, you could be the king. You could be the king of a civilized civilization or the king of nothing. Being the king of nothing pretty much is karma's way of, I guess, giving you the middle finger. Because it's no fun to be the king of nothing. Be the king of nothing means you may never have a child. To be the king of nothing, you may never have a relationship. You may never meet the person you're supposed to meet. And was it really worth everything you did to get there? Because I don't want to be on that receiving end of karma. I really don't. I think it's horrible. The incredible acts that people have to do. All the blackmail where people have to suffer. I find it horrible and a grave injustice. I mean, you're technically enslaving a whole group of people to do one thing, and you think that good things are going to happen to you. Okay, you get $1 million. You did a hit. You killed a bunch of people. militaries do it all the time. One day, I don't care how good of health care you have, you might get real sick or get crippled. Because, I mean, going on that, you might, there might, like, and the victims that got crippled before you, sometimes are your karma. Sometimes you gotta accept the bad things you do and just accept your punishment. Hiding from your punishment sometimes makes it way worse in life. And honestly, if you're the general and you're not trying to protect any innocent, but you're literally leading all the innocents to death, and apparently these days we make innocents infertile. I don't know where the logic is there that this is good and you're untouchable. Unless you think you're God. And honestly, you're not God. Because these women that are having complications, that can't have kids, that can't get proper health care, these military people that can't get to the hospital after they did your bidding, you're sitting in your comfy houses and everything. But honestly, take a look around because one day something's really bad is going to happen to you. Real bad. And you're going to be trapped in that house because death is a blessing. When you die and you're an innocent, you get many blessings. And you become, and then if you had to die for that, that person has to repent for that for a long, long time. Long time. Maybe several lifetimes. I'm gonna make. Okay, I'm gonna sprinkle. I want to make one a sun, and I wish I had more yellow. Okay, we're just gonna. I'm gonna sparkle the do this. I'm gonna make a space painting out of it. But I'm here just to let you know I'm here, and if I get no feedback on it, it's okay. I'm fine with it, but honestly, from a philosophical point of view, I mean, even Plato, in so many words, has said, if you, what you do unto others, you done unto you. It wasn't just the Bible that first said this. It really wasn't. This went back to ancient Rome times. It's always been said in different ways. Always. It's always been there. Every lifetime it's been there. And you could go back in history, maybe from the first time of creation. I mean, but first time of creation when we weren't overly intelligent, there wasn't a lot of stuff to be held accountable. The more intelligent you get, the more accountable you're held for things. And the thing is, people get held accountable for a lot of different things that do horrible things. And that's just the way of the world. Accountability is something that is there, and you cannot hide from accountability. Nobody can hide from any accountability that you do. And believe me, the the end is a new beginning. Because when the end comes, it will destroy anybody that stopped a cycle. You kill people that kill off innocents, and that cycle can't go. That cycle is gonna rotate around the person that stopped the cycle. Everyone that can't get health care, everyone that they took so much money they can't get a car, they can't feed their kids go starving, their kids get sick. That all comes down to you. It really does. I mean, I I just think that, and I honestly think that all these different diseases that are coming around that kill some people and don't kill others, and if one of those do kill an innocent, I believe some of them are genetically engineered in a lab. And the only people that have access to these kind of things, I'm sorry to say, would be a powerful person. And they hide. All evil acts hide. They hide, and they hide away from you, and they come to you in sheep's clothing all the time. You just have to, you gotta look for them. You gotta look for the sheep's clothing. And you gotta be able to decipher, are they real or are they just pretenders? I mean, don't believe everything you see. Don't believe everything people say. I mean, just because someone is in a high position of power, that doesn't necessarily mean he was the oppressor. It could have been somebody behind him that's putting him to do that. An oppressor could be a mob leader. It could be someone that's in charge of the money. So it's someone that controls the destiny of a whole situation. And that's what you got to look for, is that. Because that in turn is the reason. And these oppressors are everywhere. And they all are saying they're the good guys. These oppressors could be religious leaders. I mean, they always have said that about the Black Pope. And everybody thinks it's literally somebody of dark skin. The Black Pope is just when the church gets so corrupt, honestly, that the he's a darker pope. He is dark lighted, and it's coming. And when this dark pope comes, he's gonna have a lot of political influence. A lot. I mean, I feel it. I feel the energy of. I feel the energy coming. I literally feel a bunch of dark energy, but I feel a lot of light energy that comes also. I feel, I don't know how it's going to come, but I mean, anything could be corrupt. Anything. There's nothing wrong with the church. I personally like the idea of church. I like the idea that a church is around to help people. That I do. I like it. I think it's a great idea to have a church because I feel that it gives people hope. And I'm glad there's churches around to give people hope. But honestly, but the dark hope is coming because the church may be already, or you might be already here. I mean, and we don't know how many there are going to be. Maybe there's more than one. That's a possibility also. When we don't care about the quality of life and we start not caring about anything, those are signs of something bad coming. It always is. And honestly, I just I just feel sad for what will come because it's going to be death and destruction, but through that destruction, the more it's gonna when the energy cycles, and there's always an energy cycle. When that energy cycle starts, it's going to go after people that are stopping the cycle. It could be, and whoever that is. And it's going to recycle, but when it recycles, there's going to be horrific events that will happen before the recycling. That's why in a lot of religions, through time, it warns you because the universe doesn't want all of it to recycle this way. It doesn't. Energy doesn't want you to recycle in that way. I would rather recycle in a peaceful way personally. Just me. Just saying. But not everything recycles in a good way. It will recycle, and you just got to stay away from the storm when it comes. And in the end, you may lose things you love. You might lose a parent. You may lose, you might lose a child. But you only will have to suffer once. But when the energy finds the recipient of all the trouble, that person is going to be brought to justice before the royal court of God. And honestly, looking at space and all the coordinates and believing that God is in the Milky Way, because we can't go there, we can't get in that damn black hole. We couldn't even. The Milky Way is hard to get to, and you're never surviving when you go in there. You're going to be literally dead if you even try. It's holding answers, that hole. Because honestly, with all the things rotating around us, that's evidence of God. Just knowing that telescope is in space and we're still standing, it's evidence that something way more powerful is out there. And I don't think the energy judges us, just the energy recycles. It just keeps coming back and recycling. That's what it does. It just comes back and recycles and just kind of goes in a cyclone. And wherever you are at in that cyclone, is what happens. You can be on the bad end of it or the good end of it. You just never know. I don't want to be in the bad end of this. So, personally, I'm going to try to stay and do good things because I'm not being on the bad end of the crazy bandwagon when it comes. If I die, I die. If I don't, I don't. I'm not afraid to die. I really am not because I know that I have not done anything to hurt, really do any. I've never done any bad to people enough for eternal torment or anything like that. I really haven't, so I have nothing to fear. And having nothing to fear is a gift within itself. I mean, how horrible is it to live your whole life scared of your own shadow? Because you tell one lie, it covers up another and up another. You know, because eventually, just like this healthcare situation, they're denying people healthcare, these women, children's, children are dying, this and that. People are hiding from it. You can hide, but can you hide from your own self? That's the question, literally, of the day. Hiding from your own self. You can't hide from your own self. You can't hide from things you actually did. You can't hide from the truth. You can try to convince others what the truth is and say they did it, but did they? Because in the end, the maker knows what you did or you didn't do. Don't get on this bed, please. I just got that lamp to do this. I can't take it, Chong. No, no. That lamp is gonna fall. Let me finish this little beaded painting and then I'm gonna wrap up the stream and then you can get your booty on the bed. Okay, I'm gonna do this and on another art craft day, I'm gonna see if I can like maybe put something on top of this and make this a background for something. Because this just like I said was not what I expected. But maybe it could be for something good in one of my things. And I don't even worry about these things because I know it eventually will recycle back. I don't really, I mean, I feel for the people and I do these blogs because, in a sense, I guess I feel obligated that I should warn people about bad events, about being influenced from bad things. I really do. I feel that people shouldn't act like they know what God's word is. I don't know what God's word is. I'm not God. Nobody's God. I don't know what he has in store. I'm not going to sit there and tell you that there's going to be hurricanes and tornadoes ever. I'm just going to tell you I feel a whole lot of energy cycling around. And this energy is not good. And it's looking for the disruption. That I can tell you for sure. I feel it. I feel the energy just swirling. And it could just mean nothing. Maybe it's just going to be like, you know, maybe a bad event's going to come or just a good event's going to come. I don't know. You just never know. And I don't know what I'm not an expert and I can't tell you what's going on, but I'm just saying with all these space ventures and the fact that this telescope could go all through space are all warnings that something's letting us know that something's out there. And And it's huge and it's powerful and it's magnificent all in its own accord. And it's, I mean, in a way, I guess it can be, sometimes I think it's downright scary at times. And I'm not trying to be on the receiving end of any of that. And I'm not worried about really anything bad happening to me. What I worry about is how many innocent people are going to die before this cycle ends. Because this energy is there, it's building, it builds every day. And the more innocents that are taken when this energy cycles, the more, and all life, all life, not just our lives, all the life around you, plants, animals, everything. It's going to be horrifying for someone or something. And it's not going to be pretty for somebody, all the same. So I'm just here to warn people that it's bad that these women are coming on TV, their babies are dying, our mortality rates are now going down, literally. And I think they were saying, I don't know, I mean, I'm not an expert at the Bible, I'm not really an expert at anything, I'm just an expert at observation. That's it. I know what I am, I know my capabilities, and I know the beginning and end of them. And it was, and there's been a lot of things that have been foretold through history that when mortality rates start going down, things are going to start recycling and happening, and people have referred to it as the end or new beginning, or however you want to put it or calculate it as. But the start is low mortality rates. Because the fact is, we are not going to live forever. And these low mortality rates that are coming up is signs of a new beginning. And with a new beginning, takes out players. I do know that for a fact. It takes out key players to balance everything out. So, if you are out there and you're a key player to something that's going on to disrupt the energy, I don't know what to tell you. There's a storm of something coming that you can't hide from, you can't control, and you won't ever be able to control because it's coming, and it's coming in a not a good way, not at all. And I'm just here to warn. I'm literally just here to let people. I'm just one to actually warn people that something is coming. Don't know what, but it's not going to be good for us when it does come. And when it does come to the final execution of whatever this is, this thing that's coming, is going to come in like a cyclone, and then it's going to die off. I think we just going to leave that there. Okay, I don't know what happened here. We're going to put that right there. I was going to try to put this over this, but that's not going to work. I'm just going to put that right there and we'll put it back in the bag. I'm thinking about maybe putting something with this. And it's crafty. I don't know what I could put with it. But honestly, when this, I don't know. It's just something happened to disrupt all the energy flows. I don't know if it was just enough negative acts. I don't know, but it's literally coming, and it's counting all the innocent, and it's trying to keep the innocent lives down. It's making an effort, and it's looking for answers, whatever it is. I could feel it. I feel it when I wake up. I feel it when I lay down. So I'm just here to let people know, especially the innocent, that it's okay. Nothing bad is going to happen. I mean, even if something happens where you may pass or you may, or something like a bad event does come to you, or maybe a death, it won't be the end. It's literally whatever this is just saving you from suffering. And I don't know what it is. It's just in for something this powerful to come into play. It's it's monumental. So, and maybe it's the healthcare crisis that's triggering it, and baby deaths. Maybe that would do it. I would think that would really do it. Baby deaths. So, but this event will be come for soul, and I'm not trying to. I just feel it. I have dreams about it. I feel it, and I see it, and I'm trying to just help anybody that can come along to help it, and trying to save as many before the end comes. But the end really isn't going to be the end. The end's just going to be a new beginning. And I guess maybe just easing people's minds that it's not going to be as bad as everybody thinks it is for the right people. Anyone that was oppressed in this time will not be harmed. And if they were harmed, there will be redemption. And I feel it in my bones. But I don't know what happened. That's the thing. I don't think it was a war. Or it could have been just multiple wars that triggered it. Because the energy out there is collecting a lot. And it's going to try to recycle its way here just to even out, just so Earth could be standing. I just feel that I have, for some reason, that's how I've been feeling. And watching these accounts of these women that have lost babies, or these babies that were supposed to be healthy aren't, because someone is not allowing them, whoever's in charge is not allowing them to get health care because they want extra money. I feel that's who's going to be punished. And I mean, I have sometimes feelings about things, and I have a strong feeling about this. So, And I don't think I'm ever ordering this again, but I'll try to make use of this somehow. And I'm so glad I have this little pegboard thing. Because this thing is just going to be horrible at times. But thank God it's not getting beads everywhere. I mean, unless you like to stick these things in little holes. I mean, this if it says it's a painting, be careful and find out if it's an actual painting, not these sticky things. I mean, maybe this can be. I was hoping. I don't know. I was hoping to put this against something or something. But I feel that, a lot of people will be saved. But whoever performed whatever this is going on and made this event happen, I just feel that they really messed up a lot of energy fields and made things bad for a lot of different people. And I honestly feel that the unforeseen events that's going to come or not come could have been averted. And whoever's idea it was to do this is a terrible person. Terrible person. I mean, everybody's so worried about who the president and all this is. Does the president have any real power? They got to go through a bunch of people holding the money. See, that's another thing. People so worried about this and that. It's not. Yeah, the president needs this and that, and I'm sure there's presidents that would have liked to help and done more things. But don't worry about who's president. Worry about if the president's able to work with Congress. That's what we need to do. That's about that event. I get that feeling. I just feel that everybody worries about Trump, worries about Biden, worry about the people around him. If they're able to execute any of their good stuff out, that's when they could do something. I mean, if everybody's always arguing about things, they're not going to pass anything through, especially in America, because of the way our system is. And that's the God honest truth. So, I'm probably going to put this in a craft bag and see if I could add to this so I didn't waste my money. And see if I could put, like, maybe a painting. Not even a painting, maybe a picture or something on top, because I feel this would be nice, but it's not finished. So, but here's the painting. It says the painting, but I decided to make this. Alright. Oh, God. I have the worst camera in the world. But honestly, like I said, I just feel an energy force. And I'm not sure, like I said, what it is, but there is hope. But I just feel there's a storm of something coming that's greater than what we've already have felt and witnessed. And we need to just maybe prepare. I mean, I think it's already starting with people like, saving money and trying to do whatever they need to do to survive. But I have the feeling it'll get bad, but not as bad as some people are predicting. I feel there's going to be a lot of free will taken from people, and there's going to be a lot more, there's going to be low mortality rates. And I do feel that there's going to be more children that are going to suffer, but everybody will somehow cycle out and things will get back to normal eventually. So, but the mortality rates are signs of something going down. And I don't know, that it's just what I feel. And I just really hope that everybody's having, I mean, even if they are having struggles, I hope that somehow they hold on and they find whatever light or goodness while this is going on. And I bid everybody a good day. And I hope everybody has a great day. And I will talk to you tomorrow, and I'll watch the news, and I'll look for, I guess, different signs and stuff. And I'm going to close up the stream because my husband will be coming and I got to do and another stream soon. And I hope everybody's been informed, but I'm not a crackpot. I just feel energy. And sometimes I get intuition and different things. So I hope I've been entertaining. I mean, I made a bad painting. I really have. But I'm going to use it to try and make something good. Maybe add to it. And then we'll go from there tomorrow. And I'm going to end the stream and think critical. And, you know, if you have intuition about signs or something, you know, go with it. And maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong. And have a good day. Okay, now I don't know how to shut this off. I thought I got this here. Oh, it's over here.